Seattle Surge. They've just looked dominant when it comes down to hard point. No real change here either. P1 is starting off all them, and maybe the man of the moment, or the man that Surge are going to be relying on, is their superstar. Pred, record-setting kills earlier in this tournament. Is it time for a two-peat?
Good players coming in around 10, just messing with them. Knows he's going to keep them spawning back there. Good holds coming in from Seattle already. I mean, this is just a nightmare scenario if you're Minnesota Rokkr. To break the whole percentage that we were talking about. It's been a struggle for both these two teams, and that's coming to the forefront pretty much immediately. Minnesota Rokkr, though, 15 seconds to go here, looking like they're going to hold it down.
Now they're waiting. Faze could be for the scrap time. He is going to fall to Pred as well. Cammy having a long-range gunfight on Dome, but the most important now will be back to the back. Find Sib, because a little bit of chaos in Surge's lines. But can they capitalize? Surge will be here first.
We talk about important kills. That one may well be very been following through, but the rotation is here for them again. They're about to break 100.
Now they're waiting for them. Rokkr have stacked. They've got players in the area looking to try and make some sort of break, but they fall again. A couple there from Afro and Fame may do a little bit just to keep them off the time, and that's a huge win from Fame in the end. Wow. As he continues to gun. The nade will take him out of that point. Blue from Minnesota here. They're worried about pushing up without the full numbers. Cammy eventually finding a kill here as well, but the score is starting to get away from them. They could do with this break ton.
Yeah, looks like they may well find a way through. Afro getting himself on board in this game. He's going to find a second here as well. And these are the moments where they need Afro to pop off. Fame is there alongside of him. Afro not there for the trades, though. Accuracy has just been an absolute monolith here for the Seattle Surge. Time and time again, putting down the damage, making the plays right alongside Pred as the player of the game. In that game number one, Bance can't find the break. Fame may well pick up those final 15 seconds. They are sorely needed for Minnesota Rokkr. Pred says no. Really, really good first rotation hills out Seattle Surge. P2, they're locking down time at P1. Nothing is going right for Minnesota Rokkr right now. They need some sort of transitional hill. They need to find a full 60 somewhere along the line to make this competitive. Bance is going to find 2 to maybe find a break over towards P2, and they're actually going to get the spawn. There you go. Fortunate play from Minnesota Rokkr. They get the spawns towards the back, not covered off well enough from Accuracy, gets gunned as well. Nice transition from Rokkr. They need every single point here to make this at least a little bit.
In the pressure already from both sides. Down he falls. Rokkr trying to reinforce with Afro, but there are just too many Surge players here for him. Surely no! Bance and Cammy combining, clearing the lines, and now there is a possibility. Rokkr down by almost 100 points have fought back.
Spawns towards the back, helping out Minnesota Rokkr, but they held on tight. Fame did a really good job, and now Afro starting to heat up just a little bit. The conversation is quite often, Bance not finding the kills. Afro has been inconsistent this year, but when he heats up, he can mess with the best. That's the 6th spree. Cruise missile in the back pocket. Minnesota Rokkr making this interesting.
Yeah, sweet. I'm staying on
mid arches.
No, I can't.
He's deep river, 2 deep river.
I'm staying on then. I stay alive.
Yeah, one's gonna be close spawn, and then one guy is like on the scaff. I spawned.
Yeah, he needs to be close. I'm trying to stay alive, bro.
I don't see anything on the right, you know. Nothing mid. Mid. Watch out, front P2.
Yeah, out boys, Mac.
Front P2.
Stay alive.
Back P2, Pred.
I'm gonna shoot this. I'm gonna shoot this. Yeah, stay alive. I'm just gonna shoot you straight away, okay?
Yep, go for it.
Alright, listen, one's back on road, one's in time, like outside time, one's P2, and one's on mid, in blue.
This rotation, and they needed it, but Seattle Surge were able to get a break, and they move into lethal range.
Yeah, they need to make sure they rotate over towards P5. It's already Accuracy there, ready and waiting. Rokkr just trying to get as much scrap as they can. I was saying to you whilst the comms were going a full 60 here, you take the lead. It's now about rotation again. It's a couple of hills that they managed to string together to make this interesting, but I can't believe Afro's not checking that. It's where Bance sits, and Accuracy picking up the kill. Spawns towards the back for your teammates as well, but then the spawns there for Minnesota Rokkr too, so things getting a little bit mixy towards the back. These fights need to be won by Rokkr, but Sib is lining them up. Seattle Surge can close it out here over towards P5.
And it's always been a half step. And Seattle Surge have had a game. Just when you thought you could turn it around, there's been not a lot here.
Not much to talk about for Rokkr. One more final opportunity. Accuracy has put them to the sword from the minute go. They're not going to be able to win it over towards P5, but it may well be done as we head back into a 3rd rotation of hills. But that's 2 rotation of hills where Seattle Surge have beaten Minnesota Rokkr to an absolute pulp. 1-0 to Seattle. And Rokkr, just watch over the bomb. Don't have to do anything too silly. Pred is always going to be looking to try and find that angle. You need to start moving quickly. 25 seconds.
He's trying to figure out where that second player is. They don't know. They haven't seen him. They're trying to figure out where Afro has gone. They may have heard a sound cue there as well. Afro with the dead silence, though, coming around. Needs to win the gunfight, loses it to Sib. And that defuse is easy for their Pred in the end. And they spent so long breaking it down. Away. He still wants to use it, still wants to make it, but Bance will find him. A 3 versus 4. The take is coming through as well, but Bance and Afro combining. Accuracy will get that trade onto Cammy. Bomb going to go down, and Sib is there at the same time. They've let him through. And the bomb is not down. Afro's actually going to go for the ninja plant with it active.
That was a 2v4. That was a 2v4. That CDL Surge just managed to clutch up there. Sib must have been through the door. Sib now holding up top rails. Such an important spot.
They're waiting for it as well. They're trying to apply pressure at the same time. Minnesota looking for all the angles, and eventually the squeeze is paying for them. The Predator's alone. He's fighting for everything he has, but you're going to know they're on the defuse, and he has to get through the gauntlet, and down he falls to Afro. They call it correct this time, and you have to give credit to Fame. Finds that first blood, cuts off.
Which is such a good spot because you're not rushing around trying to find these picks. Bance could take his time from top art, pick one up top rails, and then from there, it's pretty much all she wrote. But this is a B hit coming straight off the rip, and it's going to be a killer piece from both these two teams so far. Sib and Pred combining, though. Cammy having to back down. The B hit hasn't necessarily worked, but Bance has had a free run through it.
He is, but can he find anything from it as well? And that's going to be all done and dusted.
Stacking over towards closed accuracy, laying the bullets down, and Pred cleaning up from the flank. He will get traded, but it's a 2-for-1 for Pred.
And trying to do something on the inside, but it's not going to find Sib, surely, and Sib will get out clean. Disaster there for Bance. They 2 versus 4. Oh, 2 versus 3. 2 versus 2. He's going to go down. And it's just Cammy left alive. Has to check the back, has to check every single angle. Not going to be easy for him, but he drills Max straight in the forehead. Sib is looking to see whether or not he's defusing. Does he pick double doors or does he pick the back? Pick double doors, and time is now on his side, Tom.
Yeah, Cammy could have been defusing, so Sib did have to come over and check. Cammy just being resolute. Sib just playing the angle. Cammy's got to go for it. Sib will check it, but just about in time. The gunfight comes. He does move up towards top rails, and that might get Minnesota Rokkr into gear, but this might just do something a little bit more. Pred finds one. Fame able to answer back immediately. CDL Surge, they smell blood in the water. There's a lot of them here, but that nade may just deter them. Rokkr yet to get the bomb down. They made a couple of small movements, but Bance, is he going to be the one to break open this play for Rokkr? Time is running out.
It is so much time being burned, and Fame has to now back off. Seattle are ready to retake. They're sitting on the cusp of this site for so long. And time is going against them. It's already going to be one down as well. Cammy and Bance have to move. It's just Cammy left. Nothing there for Rokkr. They never had control. They never had the confidence.
This from Rokkr is costing them here. 5-2. Need to find a bit of a swing. Cammy with the first blood. Bance with the second. Fame with another. So that's a good round to get underneath your belt, unless Pred can do something about it.
Pred pulls off the 1 versus 3. It might as well just write the ticket for Rokkr home already. Won't find it. Won't find anything, though. Rokkr get 1 back on the board. They will need to do this 3 more times.
You tell me to try and sell the dream, Bryce. Yeah, I was trying to believe that that was a tactical element, leaving the bomb behind. I don't think it was, but he will get it down anyway. For all that presence over towards the B side. Yeah, CL might be scratching their heads here. A couple of kills coming over towards B. They're, okay, well, the bombs went down to there. What the hell?
Fame,
no info.
Yeah, Fame will have dead silence. He's going to watch the cross as well. They're going to look for it at the same time. Problem is, they now know where he is. Dead silence popped, bomb being defused. It's a long route for him. Is it going to be enough time? He's behind the bomb and he gets it. And now just has to play his life. Pred versus Fame. 1 chow, 1 opportunity, 1 gunfight, and Pred gets it. Does he get there in time? I don't think he got it.
I don't think he got it.
Oh no! Fame pulls off the 1 corner a few times, and Pred has been there watching, and this is the time. Dead silence popped. Afro moving, gonna see Pred, but not gonna win the gunfight. The timing is just slightly off. Bance is up here too as well, but they haven't pushed him.
Sid will be waiting. Sid will be waiting. There you go. There's the kill on the Bance, and there's the kill on the Cammy. Sib was there backing up Pred for that initial kill, but now it's Fame for the 1v4 to keep Rokkr in the S&D.
And he's already taken bullets. They know his exact position. They are going to push him down, and he will fall. Seattle Surge, the S&D to them. Falls to Pred. It still might not be enough. The second tick for B is falling. And Seattle Surge are probably sitting there with grins.
I mean, Seattle Surge do all the hard work around field and then say to Pred, yeah, get yourself inside and see what you can do. It's absolute nightmare fuel for Minnesota Rokkr. Pred finds 4 in a row, and B is gone in an instant. It's a full, solid 2 minutes for Seattle Surge to now converge over towards A, and the positive for them as well as they can get themselves up to plat. You can see Minnesota Rokkr are haphazardly pushing out of their spawn because they know they can get pinned in, and now Afro's going to put the shots in, but not quite enough. Doesn't finish his dinner. Pred's 5-0. Is under lock and key from Seattle Surge. This one's going up quick.
And they're going to stack it because they know these players are not close. The second tick is through. The third tick is seconds away. Through the door, into the ground. And Seattle Surge, again, it's a fast attacking round for them. It is not slow. Accuracy has been sat radio tower for half of an ice age. Eventually moves off of it and finds a kill, but he isn't stopping A anytime soon.
What you can do about it from up there if the players position themselves correctly. You can just stop the reinforcements finding a way in. Pred, not much you can do from that position either. Afro, very much butted up, but that should be A. Challenges out, gets his 5th, won't get his 6th. Can they translate this pressure up from A? That I thought they would have capped. They haven't quite done it yet. No, they will. Can they translate this over towards B, though? 2 players to hit the flank, 2 players hitting from the front. Big gunfight going on.
Seattle Surge still have some prime positions, top AC. Green is also going to be for them. Cammy is hunting. He is looking for some of these players. He's going to find accuracy as well. With 2 down, Pred back into spawn. This falls on Mac. He will be the player on the flank, and they should know he's not here.
And the stack, it's here, and it may well just be the nail in the coffin. Mac will get taken down on the flank, and here come the rest of Seattle Surge. I don't think they're going to be here in time. Minnesota Rokkr just need one opportunity. It's a really good run. Find a flank, or the rest of the team here to pinch with them, though.
Here it comes. They've been waiting. They've been patient. I wonder if they're waiting for more players. That second tick is going to come in here before Minnesota Rokkr really get into anything as well. Afro's going to fall. Cammy will find something, but that third tick should go forward. And Mac goes for it as well, but no, A is not found. 27 seconds to go. It is going to be hot feet all over here for Seattle Surge. They must move.
Yeah, can't take your time now. Have to find Rokkr all at sea. Vance has to do something about it. He gets taken down, and for all it was a good start to this defensive run from Rokkr, they're flailing now.
They really are, and Pred calls in the cruise. Afro will find one onto Mac. He slows it down just a little bit. Sim trying to fight for his life. Needs to keep alive. Dives out of it with 35 health. The Cammy will eventually find him. Rokkr arrive just in time. And it felt like such an anticlimax, but Rokkr were able to get there in the end. But Mac finds 2. Cammy still alive on the B point. Falls to accuracy. 26 seconds left to go. Accuracy must get onto the point. The rest of Seattle are here as well. And downfall Rokkr. It's done. 33 seconds left. Maybe one big push left in them. If not, it's goodbye. It's sayonara.
Rokkr just forgive or forego the field side of the map. They wanted to go through the middle and just see if they can find some sort of piercing attack, but it may well just be this final opportunity. Bance can find 1. Is that going to open things up? Bance is going to find a 2nd. The rest of Rokkr have got to get there to help him. 10 seconds.
And Mac's just laying in wait to try to make sure that nothing happens, but Bance actually gets the 3rd. And they've got onto this one big push here. Pred is out. He's going to find a player off the respawn, and now swing into position, but Cammy will take him down. Can they survive the onslaught? There's too many players as Bance finds a force P, and he's just going to be alone. It's not going to be enough. Surely Bance finds a 5. It's one of the greatest performances we've seen from him in the entire series. Surely not. The Bance has made the difference here for Rokkr and kept them alive. We're going to hour 5.
I mean,
the problem for Rokkr is that Seattle Surge have taken map control away. They've got Pred lurking and murking. He is just killing his way through this team, and every time he does it, it delays them by just a little more.
the kill coming in from Vance, though. They can force them back a little bit. Sibinco now have to do their jobs and lock it down with ARs. Grenades heading in over towards Plat. Accuracy will be minorly distracted. Afro can find another. Minnesota Rokkr clawing their way up the map at the moment. Brycey, a little bit of control belongs to them now.
Time stopped. Mac in a prime position, but Afro guns him. They've still got players in the outfield. It will be Pred that falls down. Accuracy trying to play his life. He's trying to keep the pressure on so his teammates can help him out, but won't find anything. Afro versus Rokkr on this one as well. Reinforcements flooding for Surge. Cammy finds Mac. Accuracy still at the top. Has to reposition to the window, but it doesn't matter. Rokkr have found the control. They are still undefeated. They are still in the series and the tournament.
Continue to stay alive as we head over towards stage hard point if we can. Pred will find the kill, but it's going to be the players that are going to be coming through the double gates. Let's see which way this one's going to go.
Already you can tell the Seattle Surge are hurting Rokkr all over the place, but it all depends about these points. Can they get in here at this time? And realistically, there's nothing there for Rokkr. Seattle Surge have locked this one up tight.
Hard break now for Minnesota Rokkr. From this side, it's just so difficult to break from, but you don't want to really give up those P3 rotations. But through the front doors, Cammy finding the second one, and accuracy is absurd. But Mac is there to pick up the pieces, players weak across the board, but Fame will find two of his own, forcing them away. Spawns there for Minnesota.
Seattle have the unenviable task. Can they break this? It's a hard break at the best of times.
Fame now on the respawn will just try to watch the cross. He'll butter them up as they find a way through either maps or pushing towards gate. Fame off the respawn will do the same again. We'll try to find the flank. The push comes through. Bance will deal with the first one. Fame actually going to spawn up with his team towards the back. The shots are in. It's a good hold from Rokkr so far. And those rotational gunfights, I mean, I can't say how important they were. It can matter to a full 60 points here. And with Minnesota Rokkr picking up the scrap time, everything works out in their favor. Still locking this down. 30 seconds gone. Seattle haven't had a sniff.
Haven't managed to break through. There are signs of weakness there, but there's a
Coming in for Surge. It's going to slow down this push from Rokkr.
Yeah, nothing for Minnesota. Not a whisper of anything. They don't have any map control. You can even see Seattle Surge now. They're in powerful positions. They sit still and will wait. And eventually moving to find that player turns back out, guns him completely. And while they say that, Minnesota Rokkr have found a few kills on the map.
I know the respite. Start to find these kills to keep everyone away. Back now, backing on down. Cammy Bance doing well though. I think for Minnesota Rokkr, but they haven't had these rotations. They've at least limited Surge to very, very little. Bance wouldn't have minded one more kill to add the cruise missile to his arsenal.
He got me. He's on the stage.
He's
watching the cross. Side low bench.
Okay, we gotta work the P1.
Yeah.
Hit front, guys.
Can't see the guy. Come on truck. Cammy, challenge to open. He's trying to go out.
Nice.
I'm gonna try to hop up.
I'm gonna go front with Dante.
He's gonna hold the hop behind the hops probably.
So left side stage.
I stuck you, watch out. Watch out.
Top rails. Really good top rails. He's
Backside stage.
I don't see the guy stage.
He's left side back of it.
I'm waiting for you guys.
Side door weak. Close side door push.
Side door in front. Side door in front.
Do that.
Side door hit open.
Side door and open. There's 3 on hold. 3 on hold. Side door and open. Nice.
In between, Mac, in between.
I shot in between.
One
behind the stage.
Behind the stage, in between.
Behind the stage.
I have the hold open.
Okay, behind the stage, in between.
Make sure don't flip.
Yeah, I'm gonna back shot.
Stage.
Back. Down to the.
Nice. Single.
Go. We can do this.
Go run me.
Last guy's time maps, man.
Go. They're gonna be P1.
Maps. That nice.
You're gonna be shit, guys.
All P1. Go. They're all P1.
Yeah, my top.
I got one.
I got one gate.
You have maps now? You have maps?
Yeah, I'm top bar right now, guys.
One top maps.
Okay.
Hold it in there. I think it's top maps. I'm gonna go play. I have to go play time. I have to go play time. Yeah, I'm
I have
looking
your
at it.
gate, guys.
Two stage.
Stick to this shit.
Two stage.
Listen, I'm hiding top
One
bar.
top bar, 2 stage.
I'm hiding top bar.
Seattle Surge not feeling the frustration they must there in the comms. Minnesota Rokkr did pull ahead into a commanding lead, but they've gone P2 straight into P3. Seattle Surge in a great position now to hold this one down, and Mac gets a very vital kill there in the end. They are clearing the lines. A 40 here will bring this back to almost a tie game.
Close spawn for Rokkr. Seattle towards the back as well, though. So it's going to be a firefight over towards the point. Pred running out of bullets. Fame taking sip up the point. All of a sudden, there's the break from Rokkr. We didn't see it last time from Seattle, and now you can farm this. Rokkr now will soak up more and more time this scrap. Every single second that goes over towards them is potential other nail in the coffin for Seattle Surge in this map in particular. Rokkr now are going to be about 15 points away as we head over towards Blacksmith. Afro kicking into action. That kill on the Pred is upset. The break is wonderful. Minnesota Rokkr might want to say a game 5 yet.
That was outrageous from Afro. The hot snapper may have just put this to a game number 5. Already you can see them piling forward. It's 5 seconds to destiny. Seattle Surge hold Blacksmith for now. But can they do it for the rest of the game?
It's going to be difficult. But 30 seconds here puts them at 200, but 5 points is absolutely nothing. It's a minor, small break, which is what's now coming on through. Rokkr inside the point. Seattle not close enough. Game 5, we go again. Trying to construct something over towards A. Sib has got good eyes on. Afro will get dealt with. That island no longer has a population. Vance finds Pred though in the middle of the map. Now Vance can get moving over towards the bedroom side. Got shots from Cammy. That should be A plant coming on through for Minnesota Rokkr. Accuracy and Matt, can you find a retake?
Long bomb from him, and he does manage to find a little bit onto Fame. So he'll be weak for a few seconds, but Cammy can't cover. It's a 2 versus 2. Accuracy. Actually, it's 2 versus 1. All that's left. And it actually finds the first, but it's going to need more than ice to find this.
He's got a lot of time. 20 seconds, not going to happen. Shots coming on through. Rokkr. We're going to have to back down in a second, but Seattle with bomb control.
Fame almost got himself into a premium position, but wallbang isn't going to work. The bomb has gone down. They're trying to tickle Mac out of this one. Eventually, Cammy will find it.
It's about these gunfights on transition. Seattle Surge still buried in deep as this bomb is down, but look at the movement from Afro. You'll find Pred, but Sib lines them up 2v2.
In a good position as well. Fame is outmatched here as well, and his teammate's going to fall. Fame, with very little he can do. The snaking is in. He picks up the Vaz, looks for him and flies out, but actually already has the cover. They lost the first blood, but they got the round. But whether or not we go that far remains to be seen. Tied up at the moment. But many rounds, and Afro's in much trouble. Down he falls to Pred again. Another first blood here for Seattle Surge.
Seattle on their defenses are sending a lot of players over towards that B side. A lot of restaurant control. I think that'll be because, well, can you prevent the B push if they're not ready for you to take that restaurant control, or you can then transition that into either a flank over towards it, you can transition into mid, you can transition into couches where Sib is just reigning supreme right now. It's 3 in a row from him. That bomb plant. It's going to be difficult for Rokkr now. Going to materialize anything here as Vance will take him down 2v3.
Still, they don't have the position. They know their flank isn't secure. Accuracy is about to just find an easy kill as Vance slow peeks him. Cammy's going to go for a same wide chout. Hoping to get this bomb back, and Accuracy's all right, fine. I'll sit here, I'll hold 9 all day. Now, can they find anything? Sib finds another kill. His first blood, but it's traded back for them. Now, a 2 versus 3 Seattle Surge, while finding a first blood, have found themselves on the back foot.
Bomb in a woeful position. Sib just hoping for an overextension. May well get it here. The shots will ring through. Not much info. They know the bomb's there. Yeah, accuracy going to fall as well. Sib 1v3. So back and forth. It's really been about restaurant control. Whoever's been able to get a hold of that seems to be winning the round. Come hell or high water, Rokkr find a way back into this one, this series. Now 2-2 on map number 5. A lot of A control for Seattle Surge. Fame should be dead to rights. 0-5 from him. Other team here to back him up. They are not. Pred with a second. Absurd from him. Rokkr flailing in round number 4.
Seattle are being aggressive. They are finding this first blood. It may be all even on the scoreboard, but it feels like Seattle have been in control of this S&D almost every single round.
That was good before. Not so good now. Round number 5. Sib with the shots in. We'll clean up on Cammy. They know where Afro is in this 1 versus 3. Pred will fly them. It's another kill for Pred in the round. And when you can get Pred in those positions, right? Sometimes a little bit difficult. If you try to find a retake over towards this side, Cammy may well be the first one here. But it looks like they do have eyes on bomb. Not panicking just yet.
Pred moves, but Cammy isn't going to catch him. It goes back down to a 3 versus 3. Bomb will go down. Dead silence coming out of Cammy here as well. Pred, though, in a position in top bedroom. They're going to find it. Does he find the second? Of course he does. Spinning all over Rokkr. And now Accuracy will tidy up that last kill. 4-2 to Surge.
And I wonder what the play call is there, to be honest, but here comes Pred for number 6. Cruise missile, back pocket out as well. Just times it to absolute perfection. Rokkr starting to flap just a little bit now. 3v4.
Trying to slow pick this as well, and Fame will take Sib off of there as well, but they know there's a top bedroom player. Cammy will find another. Somehow rescuing this round, but Mac is about to put them down. He finds a kill, brings it back to a 2 versus 2, and because he's on the pinch, it's a little bit of a disaster.
Oh, Rokkr have just made the call. They made the call. They're like, right, screw it, let's go to B. Is Pred going to catch them? No. Dead silence popped. And this is trouble because there's not a lot of time to plant this bomb. Pred might be able to get inside and stop this from going down.
He's looking for him as well, and he jumps straight in. Goes down to 1 versus 1. Mac will go straight for this with the timer ticking, surely.
He's going to get it down. He's going to get it down. He's going to get it down. Mac's going to go for the reach all the same. Did Rokkr know that the transition is coming, though? Pred's already looking for that transition, gets no information, but shots are being fired towards him. What's the plan for Seattle? 15 seconds.
Somebody has to get Mac in a position. Pred is going to go hunting. He's looking for Bans, but Bans has called it. And now they're going to have to plant. They don't know if they have the cover. They're going to look for it as well. Bans and Fame combining. Seattle Surge burnt the time and burnt their chances. Rokkr have tied it up.
And just indecisive.
Rokkr. Go get the bomb. It is very necessary for S&D. And has been scooped by Fame.
Huge gunfight here. Bro's waiting for him. He's going to find it on the Pred. 1v3 now for Mac.
Does he get some god timing? Because that's what he wants. Find a kill. Get an opportunity. And oh my goodness! Afro, not a bullet missed.
Dead silence.
It's plausible. They won't know where he's coming from, but he knows there's going to be snakes in here. Goes through, gets the stun, changes direction. Bang 1, catches a toe.
Such a hard position to try and find the pitch from, though. Grenade over towards 1. They're just going to bait and switch left to right. Gets another 1 versus 3 on the cards.
Oh! It's a great snap from Mac, but it is not going to be enough. Gets the stun onto Pred. Definitely not going to follow that one up.
But Pred, is he able to make a play here? Oh, they may well chase him down and they get punished for it. Sip answers back. 3 versus 3.
Don't know if that was wise. Yeah, taking Pred out of the game is always big, but you had the man advantage. Time ticking down for Seattle Surge as Pred falls eventually. 2 versus 3. Rokkr can smell the juices of victory flowing. Accuracy also going to take a few bullets, but not going to fall down. Cammy's going to fall back down to a 2 versus 2. I don't know if my heart can take this.
That bomb has to be moving towards here, though. Are they going to get some good timing or some bad timing or accuracy? Who gets no information? The push is coming through. Sib is screaming in accuracy. Help me out with 15 seconds to go. The bomb plan has gone down. Accuracy 1v2.
Has to find them both, has to plant. Fame's going to see him as well and got him. And that's the reverse sweep. Rokkr caused the first upset of the major. Seattle Surge fall. They
incredible reverse sweep. I know you must be so tired of it because Minnesota Rokkr seems to be the franchise that always ends up going down to the 2 in the series, and you guys never let the foot off the gas and always fight your way back in. And touching to that point, what is it like handling kind of the nerves for you and your team as it is, as you've been a pro player for quite a bit now?
Yeah, no, I think you just gotta like relax and calm down. Obviously, it gets really stressful as the series goes on, especially if you're 2-0 down, especially in losers bracket. Stress is at an all-time high. You just gotta take deep breaths, take it 1 map at a time, and that's what we did.
Amazing. And, you know, speaking to that point as well, Minnesota Rokkr, what would you kind of say y'all's biggest asset is as a team right now, whether it's a player, a play style, a game mode, anything?
I think, well, honestly, our game modes have been pretty inconsistent, I think. I think control's obviously been really strong for us this year, which is obviously an important game mode to be good at. But, yeah, I think just, you know, Marcus and Ben are just making the plays as SMGs is probably our most important thing. Me and Kev just fill the gaps and make the plays when needed. But, yeah, probably Marcus and Ben, just they're our playmakers, and Ben was making some unreal plays, sneaking through on the Fortress there on the P4 to pretty much win us the game. So plays like that is what's going to win us games.
And of course, Cammy, I mean, we hear Cold War Cammy this, Cold War Cammy that. You are an incredible player with a very, very high ceiling. What is that pressure like for you when you hear people bring up like, oh, is he getting back to this form? What kind of level do you feel you as yourself as a player at right now?
I think I'm still getting there. I think it's very frustrating for me, especially when I know like my ceiling. This obviously a bit annoying, but at the end of the day, I think I do get better as the games go on, and it's getting to this point in the game. So, yeah, I just got to keep working on myself, and I'll keep improving. I think I'm starting to feel the game pretty comfortably now.
Amazing. And one last question: what is better, the TAC or the Vaz?
Oh, the Vaz. It's not even close. The Vaz is the god gun.
One of us. Thank you so much, Cammy, for the interview. Congratulations on the huge reverse sweep. We will see you tomorrow. Back to the desk.
So jealous. Allie gets to hang out with Cammy, who I did not expect to be in the winner's circle after the beginning.